Oh, hi there, and welcome to Opelucid City, home of the gym leader, Drayden. If you're not familiar with this place, it does look a little bit different depending on if you're playing Black 2 or White 2. There's nothing different about the city itself, it's just an aesthetic look, and the Black 2 version's a little bit more modern, whereas the White 2 version's a little bit more, I guess, old school, just older looking in general. Anyways, upon entering, Iris is going to be here, and she's going to be like, yeah, Jim, Grandpa, Drayden, except not really her grandpa. That makes sense. I guess she was adopted or something. Anyways, Opelucid City, it's not that big of a place. There's actually not too much to do here, believe it or not, at this point at least. Inside the Pokemon Center, it is worth pointing out that you can buy some Pokeballs here. And this is your one-stop shop for probably the best and most important of Pokeballs, the Dusk Ball, Timer Balls, and Quick Balls. All very, very good Pokeballs for catching legendary type Pokemon. Dusk Balls if you do it in the nighttime, Quick Balls if you do it on the first turn, very good for fleeing Pokemon. And then Timer Balls if the battle reaches that 10th turn, and beyond that you're in good shape. Thankfully Timer Balls are a lot more useful in these games. Although I remember back way in 3rd gen when I first tried to catch Rayquaza, I did get to 40 turns. Normally, my philosophy is if I reach that far, it's time to start considering just resetting the game because I'm throwing way too much money at a Pokemon. Anyways, let's take a tour, shall we? Drayden's house is directly west of the Pokemon Center. There's a little Axew running around. And if you come up the steps, you can talk to some people, and you can grab yourself a float stone from this guy. It halves the weight of the holder. Useful, I guess, if you want to lower the damage that you take from low kick or grass knot, but I wouldn't exactly call it the greatest of movesets. This lady's going to give you a ring target. It makes it so the holder can be hit by attacks it's normally immune to. It's a really strange item. Honestly, I don't really see many uses for it. Like the lady, good luck trying to figure out something that works. The only thing I could think of that would actually make that item useful would maybe be like double or triple battles where you want to attack yourself with a certain type of move, but all in all, again, not really an item you're going to be looking to use a lot. If we head west this way, Mayor Drayden will teach you if he recognizes you as a strong trainer. If you head west, this will lead you to Route 9. I will be covering that route next part, but for now we are just going to continue with the city. Drayden, Mayor of the city. Let's see, this house, they'll talk about props and stuff for the, I guess, the musical or whatever it's called. This guy, if you have a prop case, which you should if you've been following this guy, he'll give you a new prop every day, and you can keep coming back to check him out. He's a huge musical fan, I can tell. There's always somebody in a Pokemon game that'll say that. These people talk about Team Plasma, and they'll say, don't tell the other guy on the opposite side. You know, they're probably talking loud enough for the other person to hear, and if they're not talking loud enough for the other person to hear, I'd imagine the other person's thinking, why is that person whispering? What? I don't get it. They're whispering to some stranger. Okay. This here is the gym. We actually won't be covering that for a few more parts because I'm going to be taking a detour to the west. I apologize if you're in a rush to fight the gym leader, but We must fight the detoured routes and go visit the shopping mall. We must shop. Yay, if you come in this house, you can get another smoke ball. If you don't already have one at this point in the game, you probably haven't been following this guide very closely. But you can grab a smoke ball in this house too if you need another. I don't know why you would need another, but yeah, it's not even that great of an item. I guess it's useful if you're a really lazy trainer who doesn't want to use repels, but you still want to run from wild Pokemon and your Pokemon are weak. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Let's see, this house, this used to be the rotation battle house. Doesn't do that anymore. So there are actually no battles you can fight in random areas. This floor will talk about mimicking. If you talk to this kid, he'll be like, "Mimic my friends." And then he'll say a Pokemon and you have to talk to the Pokemon that mimics the leader or whatever. There's literally no purpose for this minigame, so don't worry about it. I guess the point of it was just to show off Mimic, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was some new programmer trying to program something simple and they gave him that task. If you head north, the path to Route 10 is now blocked off, and there is literally absolutely nothing you can do north of this city. You can forget it ever existed. It's not in the game, period. And let's see, this house here, I think we're almost done with our tour. I was able to blah 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 blah. La di la di la. Let's see, if you come up here, this place has a bunch of time pull. This guy likes he just likes time pull. I don't really get it. If you show him a time pull, I apologize if my information is wrong. I've never done this myself. To my knowledge, my understanding of what happens when you do this is his time pull just dance around and nothing important happens. So, if my information's wrong, I'm sorry, I'll add it to the description if somebody confirms I'm wrong. That's what I've read. I don't really understand the point of them doing that in the game, so I don't know. But I can't find any information on him actually giving you an item or something for doing so. So that is pretty much all he does there. There is one last thing I'd like to mention before wrapping up the part. In the last video, I forgot to mention a new wild Pokemon over on Route 11. That would be Gligar, which evolves into Gliscor, both ground flying types. It's actually a really good Pokemon, and if you're still looking for a 6th Pokemon and you're looking for those types, I'd say it's definitely something to consider. The biggest issue with it is you need a Razor Fang to evolve it. Now you can, if you find, I think it's in shaking spots, you can technically find Gliscor, but it's a lot easier to find the Gligar. You can get a Razor Fang by getting battle points at the gear station or world tournament. So if you don't mind taking a moment to find a way to evolve it, that's basically the main issue with it. Other than that, it's a great Pokemon. Decent moves, good stats, all around. I'd say it's definitely worth taking a look at. So I just wanted to point that out because I forgot to mention it. Anyways, that does wrap up my tour of Opelucid City. It's not that big of a place. Next time we're going to head over to Route 9. We're also going to check out the shopping mall, and then we'll finally get around to fighting Drayden. So that wraps up this part. Thank you, and good night.